Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Animal Well. So, last time, lots of things happened. We discovered the egg room, we discovered the teleporters down here, and started making our way over this way, where apparently, at least in that one situation, the yo-yo, having the yo-yo from back down here, I guess in the purple sector, this being more of a, I don't know, what would I call that color? It's also purple-ish, more bluish purple? I don't know. Let's call it the blue sector for now. Yeah, having the yo-yo from the purple sector allowed us to basically completely skip, well, a puzzle? Maybe, I suppose it didn't really allow us to skip the puzzle so much as the, let's say, have I actually been to the next room? Maybe I just briefly popped in there and immediately back out or something. Anyway, yeah, I'm assuming without the yo-yo we would have had to just fall down the bubble pit, make it across there, pop back up. That makes the most sense to me. Yeah, anyway, there's definitely more to explore over that way, of course. And I just wanted to briefly talk about these statues here, which of course I have acknowledged and talked about before, noticing the eye colors, not that I know that those matter necessarily, but one thing that I immediately thought of when I first saw these, I just don't think I ever talked about it for some reason, but obviously they do remind me of the boss statues in Metroid, where, you know, you return after beating the bosses and then a path opens, and now that we have seen the upper part of this room here, there is a giant hole in the ceiling right above this open middle section here, so I can absolutely see. In fact, I would be very surprised if we didn't eventually unlock some sort of elevator, I guess, to allow us to go up that way. And these animals themselves, of course, I've definitely seen an exact version of this lizard statue. I want to say it was up here in the light green area that we briefly looked into. There was just a scaled down version of this. Of course, we have seen an actual ostrich in the world, not a statue. We haven't seen a cat or a seahorse yet. A bunch of squirrels though, or maybe it was only one squirrel that we've been chasing, I don't know, or that's been leading us on, whichever way you want to look at it. Actually, yeah, now that I look at it in more detail, there are these, you know, the sockets or the pillars of these statues. It looks like you're gonna, you know, that might be just lanterns or candles that you light on fire, or that will light on fire once we do something, complete some sort of objective. In fact, we are supposed to literally go after these flame icons on the map. So will we just somehow collect those flames and carry them back here, or will we extinguish the flames and these pillars will get lit up, and once all of them are lit up, something will happen? I mean, surely it's got to be something like that. I would be extremely surprised otherwise. But for now, well, we're still trying to reach even one of these. Yeah, I guess that's just all I wanted to talk about. And now we have this passage here. It's just going to go to, oh, a chest apparently with a virtual egg. I mean, aren't they all? That's egg number 9, alright. And this is, of course, just the other side of that, yeah, it's just that switch block wall. So I guess we no longer need that marker there. In fact, yeah, there's no reason to try and enter this passage from the left. In fact, it might just not be possible. Maybe it's just a bit of a tease showing you that it exists. But, yeah, obviously we're collected the thing. It doesn't look like there's anything else there, so that's that, I suppose. And while there are more things up that way, well, there's also the whole light green sector. But we'll focus on blue for now, which we already yeah. Of course, I need to go back. Which we already started on last time. fish sector. I mean, a fish is... Well, I mean, a fish is not one of the 4 big statues, but, I mean, a seahorse is, which is a type of fish. So, might be a connection there. Hey there. Herons? Maybe? It certainly does look like we might... Well, we will at one point be down there, in that passage. Maybe worrying about being packed up by one of those. But for now we don't have a way there. Oh, right, we've been here, of course. Solve this little puzzle. And then just platform to cross. Should I drop down immediately just so we know? I mean, it's gonna happen anyway. So I guess I'll try to do the trickier thing, maybe, and see if I can climb up. So how would we do that? Just try to get the... Not like that. Can I still salvage this? No, there's... Okay. Oh god. Ooh. I thought for sure I was gonna fall there. Okay, let's wait until the wall of bubbles has regenerated and try that again. And not clumsily fall off, so... Okay. Try to gain as much height as possible, I guess. I mean... Caught a glimpse at that room. Okay, so there's a switch door. There's an opening in the top left. But it looked like there was a ledge to land on. Yeah, I mean, it looks like there is a ledge to land on in front of the door, so maybe we try to get there first to scout out the situation. Oh, okay, perfect, actually. Wait. No, not quite. Okay, okay. That must be doable. Sometimes you can get to a slightly higher bubble than it seems like you should be able to reach. And then other times that happens. I guess there's a bit of RNG with how they sway. I mean, the biggest problem is... I don't know. I need enough bubbles above, of course. Maybe it would be better to try from the other side, but no, surely not. Oh, wait. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Awesome. That's blocked, yes. We cannot actually jump up that way. This needs a switch to be hit. There's a seal or walrus statue in the background. I guess more like a seal. Or sea lion or something. The button could just be in the secret passage in the top left there. That should be relatively easy to get to. Okay, it was. There's the button. There's a switch too that switches these blocks. Why would we switch these on, blocking us off? No, no, no. Wow. Hey, fishes. I can't believe I just did that. Oh, that's so dumb. Wait, if I had actually landed in the water... Oh god. Now I'm gonna respawn here. Oh, so stupid. If I had landed in the water, I would have respawned up top. Almost certainly. That was extremely stupid. Oh well. Well, that gives us a chance to check this out. It looks like we will not actually be able to get to the right there, to continue to the right, because that's 4 tiles high, or definitely too high for us to go. I don't know what I was trying to do there. So I should have waited for the bubble to actually appear. Yeah, so we cannot get up there yet. We could get to the fruit, but we're actually full, unless it's one of those overhealing fruits. It is not. You can still eat it though, it just doesn't do anything. Right, okay. Let's try to fumble absolutely everything. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Save it. Right, so there's the upper passage, the more obvious one. There is also one below. Oh, okay, so I guess the one below must lead... Wait, no, it just connects through? Huh? Okay. Oh, and there's actually a perfectly normal rainbow-colored egg in there. In an egg-shaped little chamber. That's a neat touch. Okay. And more bubbles across. I mean, we've done this a couple of times at this point. Nope. Okay. There we go. Anything else here? Doesn't seem like it. Also, of course, we didn't need to do this in the first place. Well, only because we fell did we need to do it. Right. There's this weirdly elaborate room whose sole purpose is to allow you to hit those 4 switches in the ceiling. It's a lot of machinery going on just for that, but okay. Okay, anyway, we're back here. Let's try not to fall. Can we? Okay, we can get to the next layer up. Oof, and then it's just very awkward when you run out of bubbles. And it's extremely awkward to have the screen transition to cross. Okay. Okay, I messed up. Did I? Yeah, I did. What am I trying to do here? Trying to salvage the situation? Kind of. Okay, I mean, that was never going to work. But I guess practicing jumping from bubble to bubble is not a terrible thing. Okay, it doesn't look like we're making any progress here. Unless... Am I just dumb? I suppose you can always kind of just stay on the... roughly the same height. And let the other bubble streams regenerate in the meantime. Something like this, and then you can do that. Okay, pff, Jesus. Still scary, though. Just knowing, you know, that when you fall all the way down, that's kind of that. Anyway, did I never... Oh, I never did hit the switch, did I? Button, that is. Okay. But we can't do that, of course. But we couldn't without the yo-yo, so it's another... Have the yo-yo, you can just bypass something kind of situation. But what's the switch for? Oh, there's some sort of animal friend up there, or is it a friend? Is it an owl? Maybe? Bit of an ominous silhouette. Do you care for music? Apparently not. Okay, yo-yo it is. I could try firecracker, but let's see what's what first. Okay, fireballs, that's one. Interesting. Hold on. Retreat. Okay, so what are we trying to do here? There's a button up there that we might just be able to hit via yo-yo, although there are platforms leading up to it, so I guess the idea is that we just jump up there, which would open up the lower passage, allowing us to get to the switch if we didn't have the yo-yo. So I guess that's what we're trying to do here. So we would run across, dodging fireballs, hit the switch, fall down, because the floor disappears. Then we would have to actually platform across, dodging the spikes, climb back up, and then we could make it to the button, and that would be our objective. Right? So why would we even want to platform across the top? Is there anything? Not according to the map, but surely there's got to be some sort of reason. Let's just do it, I suppose, and see if there's anything I'm missing. But it definitely seems like we could just ignore the this entire room, because we have the yo-yo. Oh god. Okay, we can use this to block. Yeah. Like that. Okay, well, not an instant kill, I suppose. Oh god. Help. And that's just a way back? Wait. Oh, because we can't leave otherwise right now. So the bottom passage is open, but we actually have to... Oh, wait, no. Yeah, okay, I would have had to do that. Hit the switch again, and then just run across and through the lower passage and to the button. What a weirdly elaborate setup. And what a lot of stuff to be able to switch, to be allowed to be allowed to skip, just by virtue of having the yo-yo. Does that mean that there's something similarly helpful to be found up here, or in some other sector that maybe would have allowed us to skip a bunch of things down in the purple sector? Possibly. Anyway, so basically, yeah, none of this was necessary at all. But it was neat to experience it once. Mystic Egg. Nice. And that's just on the other side of this. Right, okay. Maybe eventually we'll be able to break this and create a shortcut. Or maybe that's just not a thing. I don't know. At this point. Right, and then, yeah, we cannot climb up here. Huh. Well, that's that. I guess now we just move across, past the fans. Right. Okay, apparently, yeah, I had just entered this, but I don't remember this at all. Also, what is actually going on in this room? There is a secret passage in the top left, yeah. Kind of, I mean, not super obvious, but once you know what to be suspicious of, I guess, those kinds of dark corners are definitely up there. But you can just walk across the bottom here. And why wouldn't you? I mean, in fact, what is the purpose of the upper section? Why is it created or constructed in the way that it is? You know what it is? We are at some point we're going to be able to interact with those hanging lights. That's gotta be it. At some point we're going to be able to hold onto them, swing around on them or something. That would explain certain things. Unless I'm just super dumb and we can already do that? No, but I tried pressing up. We cannot just climb on the chains or something. As far as I can tell, anyway. I mean, they do somewhat react to us. They swing around and all that, but that's about it. But yeah, that would allow us to, you know, somehow swing on this first one, make it across, awkwardly swing on this one without touching the spikes, and then climb up, swing across this one, and up to the little secret passage. Yeah, that's the only way that makes sense. Hey there, fish friend. It's the exact same kind of pipe and the exact same kind of, well, I guess fish creature sticking out of it. Also, hey, checkpoint. We'll take that for sure. As in that one room all the way down here. Yeah. That one. You know, that one. Okay, not sure if that means anything, but it's there. Do we see secret passages? We see a peach up there. Can we even get to anything? No. Cannot jump up there. Can go down. We can break these. But apparently there's not a secret passage behind those spikes. There's... I don't know what I'm trying to do here. It's a single... Well, there are a couple of stalactites, I suppose, in the ceiling. And my instinct is to destroy every single one of them. Surely, eventually it's going to do something. Hey there. Yeah, for now it doesn't look like there's anything we can do in that upper room. But we did save there, so that's good. Right, this one looks dark, but it's not too dark to look at the map. I appreciate that. We got starfish in the background. We got more spikes to destroy and fall into clumsily. That's nice. Destroy absolutely every single stalag thing. Okay, that works. Is this a passage? It is a passage. Do we drop down here? Oh, yes we do. For the sunset egg. Nice. Okay. Continuing with our work of destruction, and there's a much easier to find passage. Oh. Is that a... No. I thought it was a different kind of fruit. It looked blue, but that... I guess it's just a lighting. Yeah, no, but... That one up there, that definitely looks more red. Well, were we actually missing health? Oh. You know what? Maybe we were? I don't know. I'm not sure. can make it back up there. That's good to know. We can obviously not make it up to that fruit, but can we make it to this ledge? We can. Okay, there are a lot more spikes to break, actually. However, I can't help but notice that once we drop down anywhere, we will not be able to make it back up. Oops. Interesting. In that case, I might want to hold off on that. Okay, broke everything here. Are there any secret passages otherwise? There is a way... Well, we could drop down in the hole on the right there. Or we could drop down here. Either way, we're going to end up... Oh, well, yeah, we're going to end up in this room, but we can't see it while we're in the secret passage, so... YOLO! Okay. Can we land on that platform, or are we just screwed? No. Wait, are we just screwed? I didn't pay attention to what was over here, actually, so... Oh, we cannot quite make that? Is that right? Oh, you know what? We might be able to make it from this platform, from the platform. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think the joke is that we cannot quite angle ourselves so that we land on the platform from up here. Or can we actually? Wait. It doesn't make me respawn all the way up there. That is extremely suspicious to me. Okay, we definitely cannot bonk on the wall here. Are you sure that's not just makeable? Oh, not if we just walk off like that. Maybe not. I guess our trajectory is never gonna quite work out that way. So, is the idea that we have to make it the long way around? Because then we should definitely be able to jump from that ledge to the right to the central platform and get some sort of major upgrade. And in fact, I guess it has to actually be the double jump, right? What else would it be? I mean, there can, by definition, as per the law. Okay, well, this is surprisingly awkward to make. I made this before. Okay, there we go. There has to be, you know, there has to be a double jump upgrade in every Metroidvania. Oh, that's definitely just a normal pink fruit. Okay, everything needs to be broken forever. Yeah, that's the only way to get back out of that situation, unless it's just something that fulfills a similar purpose. But of course we have come across a number of cliffs, ledges that were just a tiny little bit too high for us to jump up normally with our standard jump. Come on. Nope. How did I manage to do that? That takes a special kind of skill. Is there no point to breaking any of these? Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Fine. Guess we're just gonna go down then. Okay. We got 3 buttons in the ceiling. We got a door in the top left. How are we gonna get there? Wait. How is this gonna work? Unless we somehow get the ability... No, once we drop down here, we're just trapped. We can hit the switches, no problem. Oh god, what are you? Oh, okay, you create bubbles. You're gonna appear elsewhere? Always underneath me? Okay. You're gonna push me off? A little bit, I think? Okay, anyway, let's just hit those. Once again, we can... I guess if we didn't have the yo-yo, we wouldn't need to actually ride the bubbles up and jump into the ceiling switches. With the yo-yo, that was a little bit easier, but we still need to ride up the bubbles. No, I shouldn't have landed on that one first. Also, we might have been a little bit too far from the... Ouch. From the ledge that we need to go up to. Okay, okay, you'll definitely push me off. But falling into the water? No, wait, that time I didn't deal damage. What damaged me, actually? Oh, maybe I was... No, I took damage from the spikes in the previous one. Right. Okay, so how do we manipulate you to do what we want? To do our bidding. Kind of like this, but also that's still too far. So we make you... Nope, that's the wrong direction. So we want him relatively close to this... to the ledge, actually. No, maybe not too close, but... Okay, we also need to make sure that he's on our right, so he splits to the left. How do we do that, actually? Maybe lure him over this way first, and then... Okay. Okay, that works. We just... Okay, wait. That's good enough. Good enough for me. And that puts us here. It gives us a fruit. That one looked blue again, but I don't know, maybe it's just the lighting. And we can make it from here. And bee wand. Oh, we create bubbles, so it's not... I mean, it's not technically a double jump, but we create bubbles with them, right? Yeah. Can we... Okay, we can have one bubble at a time. Oh, that is... Yep. That is going to be extremely helpful. Oh, well, I mean, it's still... Yeah. Still takes some skill, I mean, obviously. But it is... Yep. That is going to be the solution to so many things. Okay, that allows us to go up here. Anything else we'd want to bubble up to right away? There's a single missing pixel around there in the ceiling. But that's a boss room. I guess now that we do have the bubble wand, we can easily just exit again the way we came. I think. I should investigate. I should. You never know. Well, let's first see what's here. Oh, that's another teleporter unlocked, I think. Right? Do we just... Wait. Oh, I forgot that we need to actually just play in front of that thing there. Can we actually make it, though? Yes. Yes, we absolutely can. Hello. Okay. Okay, there is a... Ooh, that's interesting. Wait. Okay, let's swap to the right for the yo-yo. Oh god. This kind of thing. Okay, we can do that. Well, I mean... It might not actually be possible to shoot the yo-yo through that. That's specifically a narrow gap, so you can't. Also... Well, if we could shoot it through, we would... yeah. It would maybe be able to hit the switch on the way out. Because we have established that you can only hit... You know, flip a switch with the yo-yo if you're hitting it in the correct direction, right? But since there is an open space behind it, that might still be possible. Also, what about these bird statues in the background here? Are they real? Or are they statues? They're not moving at all, so maybe not real. I mean, I don't know if that's... Well, we also don't need to hit the switch, actually, because what would it do for us? Just, presumably just toggle these blocks off, or rather toggle these on. It would not allow us to get up to that other ledge, which actually we can reach just by using the bubble wand. So, do we want to do that, or do we want to head down? Let's head down. There was a switch in the wall, and that just killed me. Okay, well that's nice. Huh. That is, oh, you know what? That's a thing we can do. Just, you know, take the scenic route. Well, it's the same route, but... Is there anything... Oh. Interesting. Well, the map is... Oh. Well, that was not what you want to do. Huh. So, while the map is open, the game continues. Not while the inventory is open. That freezes time. I did not mean to do that, for the record. The bubble persists, though. That's interesting to know. I thought we were on the yo-yo, but I had forgotten to switch. Okay, you cannot fit the yo-yo through there, as I thought. So we'll have to find some other shooting instrument. Oh, you know what? Instrument, implement, whatever. So those are actually switch blocks over there. Also, there might have been something on the other side. Wait. It doesn't actually look like it, according to the map. The bottom left of this well here does not look different. Also, do we see like really far into the distance here in the background? Like far away construction? Is that what it's supposed to evoke? Because if so, that's really cool. Okay, anyway, how would we ever possibly get down here? If we change the switch state, we would open up potentially the passage at the bottom there, but we would also block off this. And even if this platform here that we're standing on disappears, because that's also switch blocks, right? We could just not make it through, so I don't know. I don't quite know what's expected of us. Also, okay, we need to wait just a little bit longer. Can we just jump in there? We can, and that just instantly teleports us here. So we got 4 out of 6 of the first set, I suppose. Right, we also want to actually... Okay, teleporters are just little white dots, so I guess technically... Yeah. Last time when I said that they weren't particularly well marked, or, you know, really marked in any kind of way... Oh, there's a white dot there. Ooh, wait. Do we know about that? I need to return there, actually. To that particular room. At some point. I mean, there is a little bit more to do here. Obviously. Yeah, there's the whole kangaroo situation, of course. We need to make it past that point at some point. There's a treasure there, which I guess we can actually reach now with the bubble, so that's a thing. We can absolutely go up the ledge there. And the secret passage to the right. That is now a thing we can do. We can probably go up into that little secret passage there with a question mark. Okay, so there are definitely reasons to return here now, and I guess on that occasion I'm gonna double check that white pixel there. I guess that might just be another animal mouth in the wall. Animal head, I guess, on the wall that I just didn't recognize as such at the time, because, well, obviously I didn't know that those were any, you know, that those were a thing. Or maybe I did see it even and just didn't think much of it. Because of course I wouldn't have been able to do anything with it at the time. Anyway. Right, so teleporters are marked on the map, yes. That is still kind of subtle, so I guess I'll just continue marking them. Because why not? We can, I guess. Okay, that was easier than I thought. Okay, we got more fans to activate. Okay, I mean, again... Oh. We can do that, or we could have used the yo-yo. Oh, wait. Okay. I see. I wasn't thinking about this potential interaction, but it makes perfect sense, of course. So, the combination of fan and bubble makes it so that the bubbles actually rise. That's pretty cool. Is there a passage there? Wait, is there not a passage there? I guess not. There is one above here, though. Okay, where's the button to hit. It probably is actually in that passage. We should be able to make it up here just fine. And then make it in here, hit the button. Okay. So clearly at this point the game fully expects us to explore it, to find secret passages like that, hidden passages. Maybe not exactly secret, but hidden in a way. There are definitely secret passages here, though. Those might be a little bit more secret. Because... yeah. I mean, we can create that. That's almost enough. But if we fall, that's kind of bad. Oh, it's so close. Jeez. So close. But can we actually do it? Is it possible? I just don't know. We're still a few pixels off. So typical. You get the double jump and then immediately you start running into situations where the double jump is just not enough. And you need something else. Right? Come on. Don't tease me like that. And what we really need to do here is, of course, ride the bubble down so we can jump to the upper ledge, and all of that really just to get back out of here with the bubble. Which we can then actually use to climb up into that little passage up there, above where we found the, I don't know, one of the eggs. This seems so close to doable. I wonder if it's just, you know, if the pixel perfect... oh, come on. Jump. Can do it. Okay. Wait. Why was the bubble still there? Hold on. Huh? What was that? Why was the bubble still around? I jumped, so I wasn't really paying attention to it, but then I noticed that the bubble was still there. Can you create another bubble? Well, you can't create another bubble in the air. Can you? Really? You can't just infinitely create more bubbles to immediately land on? I mean, it's awkward. And it doesn't feel entirely official, but clearly I can technically gain height that way. Yeah, okay. That is totally possible. I mean, if I had a bit more of a reaction. Yeah, okay, that's totally possible. Ancient egg. Nice. Wait, what? Oh, you cannot... oh, interesting. Some bubbles will burst when they hit... foliage like that. Okay. Oh, and there's... okay, that is definitely a blue fruit and it's different. That one healed me past my maximum. Okay. Okay, wow. Honestly, I don't know how official this mid-air bubbling technique is, but it's not that hard to do. I mean, it's a little bit awkward, but I mean, you've seen it. It is quite doable, and it's a pretty obvious thing to try. Well, yeah, to try doing, I would say. I guess we'll see to what extent the game expects you to use that technique, or if it ever does, actually, if it's ever required to get anywhere. Hey, fish. Thing. Was there anything we wanted to reach here? Not really. I guess I can try to make it... oh! Oh. What? What? Is that a fast travel to the other fish? No. It specifically goes... Oh boy. Okay, well... never mind then. That's an entire thing. Okay. That's cool, so definitely want to return to the fish there. In fact, should I mark it just in case? Let's just put question mark for now. Because I don't know what that's gonna do. So we were spit out... Oh, we just came out of that pipe, I see. Okay. And here you can kind of see where you're gonna go. So if we... Oh, the problem is though... Yeah. Oh, wait. We can plug them up with a bubble and then we can create another one. Allowing us to... theoretically... jump up here, for example. Okay. In fact... kind of need to do that. Okay, so just touching them normally doesn't do anything. Can't hit that, though. The other buttons are there. Okay, one we actually have to open... or activate from another room entirely. To our right. So, okay, anyway, you can kind of see where the pipes go for these ones here. It looks like this one goes into the background, up and to the right and off screen. This one goes down and to the right and up and right and down and spits us out in that area there, which is not gonna do anything in and of itself. I don't know. Okay, so the fish, I guess the fish down and to my right, that, or rather that pipe seems to go just down off screen and might just transport me back to where we came from, to the save room, which I, by the way, did not use to save. I guess I did not expect to just get whisked away the way that we were. You know what? Let's actually test that. It does go down and right out here. Okay, good. That's what I thought and hoped for. Okay. Now, just while we're down here, it's a little bit precise, but that absolutely can be done. And yeah, I mean, obviously, you're not supposed to do it this way, but we can do it that way. Okay, we can do it that way if I just focus on it. Okay, that was almost good enough. It still requires a little bit of dexterity, which I barely possess. But I'll eventually get it. Oh my god. I'll eventually get it. It's fine. I mean, I can basically just do this. Oh, come on. Where I don't try to time it, I just hit jump and bubble at the same time with my big thumb. And, you know, that way I gain the tiniest little bit of extra height. Not even the tiniest bit, just a little bit. You can gain a lot more if you do it more skillfully than that, but this kind of works mostly. Until it doesn't. There we go. Dazzle egg. Nice. And just like that, we didn't need to use these lantern things at all. Even though that's clearly the way that you're meant to do it. I need to check out that one pixel in the ceiling there, don't I? Yeah, let's just quickly do it. Whatever. It's not even gonna be that bad. As I keep needing to tell myself, I suppose. It's not that bad. Didn't even need to do that to get there. I don't know why I did that. Oh, wait. Did we ever... Oh, yeah. Of course, this was never a problem in the first place. Is this a secret passage? No. Obviously, I would have tried that. There might be an opening in the ceiling, actually. Maybe. preferred for you not to appear here, but that's fine, I guess. Okay, break those. And now... these are going to be a little bit chaotic, unfortunately. But you're also going to create bubbles for me, so... nope. And I messed it up. 4... what did I... why did I do that, rather? I know exactly what I did, just not entirely sure why. Oh, there's not actually anything. The pixel is now filled in, so that was just... that actually was just a graphical... well, not glitch exactly, but... okay. Still, I had to make sure. Can we make it back out of here? Probably. In fact, yeah, this one's totally doable without any trickery. Not that I have any real problem with using trickery, as you've seen. Right, yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything left to do in that particular section. Okay, right, we still don't know what to do about this whole... about these narrow spaces with levers. Obviously, we need some other technique or item or something. Well, it's going to be an item, I guess. Looks like all our abilities are going to be item-based in this game. At least based on what I've seen so far. Wow, okay, so we have explored all of this, and the timer says 47 minutes. Did not feel that long. But yeah, we did do quite a bit. And we did get another main ability, so that's probably a good enough place to stop. We have already taken a sneak peek at the fish pipe maze, and we're definitely going to take another more in-depth look, see what we can do with that, see if we can get our hands on that next chest that we already saw up there. In fact... okay, wait, a couple of things. So there's a thing there. There's a thing there. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but just to remind myself, those are both switches in those little narrow passages, so we need to shoot something small through, I suppose. And then, yeah, it's gonna allow us somehow... oh, you know what? Yeah, of course. So first of all, we have to shoot something into that opening to open... to hit that switch to open this wall. And then we drop down, probably slowly descend down, riding a bubble, and all the way down shoot that switch, which is gonna open up this passage. Actually, it's super straightforward. I don't know why I didn't see that immediately. Surely that's gotta be it. Okay, anyway, better late than never, I suppose. But yeah, we're just missing that tool for now. And then... yeah, I mean, there's a chest up there. But... we know that. It's also, you know, it's clear that we haven't opened the gate yet that blocks it. So obviously... there's something behind it. No need to mark that. Right. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna head back up there and see what else we can do with the pipe maze and where that's eventually gonna lead us. I mean, we're pretty far away from the fires, unless we're somehow gonna end up going down after all. And toward that one. Or maybe we're not. Maybe we're just gonna make our way... we're gonna run into some sort of obstacle that we can't clear yet, even though we can technically just fly, basically. Well, I suppose there are definitely limitations to it. But, we definitely have a very powerful tool in our hands. Maybe more powerful than technically intended. Although obviously the dev must be aware of this technique. And, in fact, I wouldn't be too surprised if it's actually used in some particularly tricky secrets. But I don't know, maybe not. Maybe that's just entirely unintentional tech. I don't know, but it's just too obvious to be, you know, to not be actually used somewhere. Anyway, I'll use it all over the place, that's for sure. I can tell you that much, I can promise you that much. For the time being, though, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.